My name's Scott Waddell. I'm aged 30. Typical day for me is, in my opinion, quite boring. However, I usually wake up round about 7 o'clock, get up about 7:15ish, go for a shower, have my breakfast, which is usually a bowl of cereal, shredded wheat or something like that. Then I'll just sit and watch some telly, watch the news for about 15 minutes with a coffee just to chill out before I go to work. Usually leave round about 8 o'clock. Traffic's okay there, so I get into work no problem. So after I leave from here, get in my car, head to work. Takes about 20 minutes. Heading off to Hamilton, where the office is based. Which I spend most of my working week there. In my day job, my job title is project coordinator, which essentially means I'm an architect / project manager for a modular building company. Sort of overall job description is basically managing construction projects from design through to handing it over to a client, including everything in between that. So start off with my day, which I'll get into the office, turn my computer on, it's about an 8:30 start, so I like to get in sharp about 20 past, just to start reading through my emails. I'll spend about probably 20 minutes to 30 minutes in the morning just responding to emails that maybe came in later on in the previous day. And it's where I just checking my calendar, see what I've got for the day ahead. So typical day for me from there on in would usually have it's usually a meeting about some sort of project or other office based thing. I'll probably spend a good half an hour to an hour in my morning most days in some sort of meeting. Then it's back to the desk. I'll have a bit of drawing work to catch up on. Or planning my diary in terms of preparing for future meetings with clients, things along that line. So that will usually take up pretty much most of the morning, and then in the afternoon I'll typically head on a site visit. So an example of that would be potentially going through to, say, Edinburgh. Just have a look at ongoing jobs through there, which will be jobs on a construction site. So it'll be catching up with the guys on the ground, with the site manager, just to get an update of what's going on, and also meeting up with whatever client happened to be for that job. Just a quick meeting, progress check, etc. And taking away probably a list as long as my arm of things to do. Which is quite typical. What I like to do is, if I can get away with it, if I am out and about in say the afternoon, is try and head directly home to get a wee skive or stop going back to the office. But more often than not, it doesn't work out like that. So usually it's back to the office after that to sit at the desk, head back into drawings and meeting minutes and spreadsheets and look at costs for this, that and the other. And then that will take me to the finish time of 5 o'clock, which is usually pretty prompt. Sometimes it can run on a bit, but where I work in my company, we don't really have a culture of working late, so come 5:15 everyone's out the door, which works for me. I enjoy my job, but don't want to be there all night. I prefer getting home and getting on with whatever else I need to do back home. So if I do leave the office the back of 5:15, I'll be home back in the house 5:30, 25 to 6. Then I'll just sort of have a catch up with my wife Lauren, have a play with the dog, and then either make dinner or take the dog for a walk, whichever one I can be bothered doing first. Usually take the dog for a walk, so if it's a nice day, we'll head out for about half an hour. The dog's a Cocker Spaniel, so she'll run and run and run, which is fine for me. I don't mind walking. And then it's back home to cook some dinner, Do enjoy making dinner, so I like to spend a good hour in the kitchen making whatever I feel like having for dinner that day, albeit sort of Thai or making sort of Chinese noodles or whatever we feel like. That's how I like to spend some of the night, just relaxing. After that, me and Laura will typically sit down, watch the telly, or if we're feeling really adventurous, we'll be going for a big walk later on with the dog, just to get a bit more exercise in the night time. Occasionally, not as often as I should, I'll go out for a run, perhaps, or head out on the bike for an hour. But yeah, not as often as I used to, not as often as I should when it comes to the exercise. Well, depending on where we both are, we'll always be back in the house for about 9 o'clock at the latest. We'll either sit and watch TV, or occasionally we might have some extra work to do. As part of a side job, I'll occasionally take on work for people on an ad hoc basis, so that's just architect work really. So there'll be some drawings to do for, be it a small extension or a garage conversion, so I'll just do that for a bit of extra money on the side really. So if I am doing that, that might take an hour or two in the odd evening just to keep that ticking over. I'll make sure whatever we do, we stop by 10:30 at the latest. I like to sort of get my sleep, so make sure I'm in bed by about 10:30, 11. If I don't get the full 8 hours sleep, then I struggle the next day, so it's important that we do that. So I would say that's the average day during the week, and then it's case the next day just get up and do it all again.